It's your boy Tony.
And I'm AJ.
And we are the JordanFellas. Welcome back to DIY Life. We go out to the world to our experience with you, make mistakes so you don't have to.
Further to know, I'm a published author. I wrote Eerily Wrinkling the Proud Return when I was 15 and published when I was 16. Tony helping the characters.
Yep, you know it.
If you want to check it out, go to EerilyWrinkling.com
or link in the description below.
Now before we get started, let's give Tony a big hand because he just graduated 8th freaking grade. Let's go!
Yeah, I have reached a new level of education, and that's right. Now, thank you so much for your kindness continuing to work to us and give us new ideas for awesome videos. And with that, let's forget about the subject. Marketing. So AJ, what's marketing?
Marketing are the activities a company undergoes to promote a product or service.
The Webster's version. I like it. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and have my strategies, the many strategies. And he's gonna have
the 4 P's.
Oh yeah. Let's jump right into it. Alright, for number 1, we're gonna do search engine. But before we begin, let me introduce you to my new friend, Mr. Sprinkles. Say hello, Mr. Sprinkles. Hello. He's gonna be helping me out today. So, with search engines, there are 2 different ways: SEO and PSA. What's PSA? Well, PSA is Google Ads, which means one of those pop-ups no one really likes. That's what it stands for paid service advertisement. And SEO is, well, you know what? I tell you. Let's give you a description. Alright guys, as you can see, we're on Google. This is a completely new account. Let's go ahead and search up Eerily Wrinkling. When you type in Eerily, just Eerily, the thing that pops up is Eerily Wrinkling the Product Return. Let's just go ahead and continue typing to Wrinkling. Look at that, you have the website, you got Barnes & Noble, you got EIN News, and of course you got Google Books. This is an example of SEO. Alright, Mr. Sprinkles, I think you should go ahead and do this. Alright, let's go friends. So, for social media, social media is really good for connecting with your audience. It's really good, Mr. Sprinkles. But, what are the top 5 social media accounts? Oh dang it, Tony, I don't know. Don't worry, I got you. The top 1 social media platform is Facebook, with an outstanding 3 billion active users yearly. You know how much that is? Now people always just like, that's for boomers. Well, they're the ones with the moolah, the money, the cash, the bread. Number 2 is YouTube, with an amazing 2.2 billion people. Oh my god. Other than, us being on the platform, YouTube is one of the most creative platforms in the entire world with a lot of freedom of speech. Number 3 is WhatsApp. WhatsApp is used all around the world because of its accessible ways to contact people. Day or night, and it's 100% free. Number 4 is Instagram. We use Instagram a lot because all of our homies have it. Number 5, WeChat. WeChat, well, we didn't really know about it, but after researching about this topic, we found out how popular it is. Well, it has a 1.2 billion active users. Alright guys, that's awesome. Remember, social media is a great way to connect with your fans, like what Mr. Sprinkles said.
Next up are the 4 P's. The 4 P's are a marketing mix used by marketers to promote a product or service. First of the 4 P's we're going to be talking about is products. Products are the goods that companies use to market a product or service. In our case, that was a book called Eerily Wrinkling the Product Return. Now, the most important thing about marketing a product is figuring out where it's going to be, knowing your audience. So you wouldn't be selling a book at a gas station. You'd be selling it at a bookstore.
Alright, number 3 is emails. Emailing is an easy way to contact people, but I recommend giving them a call first and then reaching out to them. You know those times where you go on your email and you just see this random one, you have to throw it in the trash because you don't know who you're talking to. That's what it's like for you sending a random email to someone you don't even know. That's called cold emailing. What you want to do is cold calling. Cold calling is when you give a call, but you're trying to intrigue them into wanting to buy your service or product. So, why is this important? Well, when you're giving them a call, you're going to ask them who is in charge of purchasing, or in our case, who is in charge of getting the books into their stores. Well, not only will the person tell you their name, they will also tell you their email address and the subject, so your email does not end up in the trash. Now, to make sure that you get an even easier experience, we're going to leave a script in the description below. It's the DIY life. Welcome here. Number 4 is retargeting influencers. Using influencers is a good way of marketing your product or services, and a good way of getting a name out there for your audience. But be very, very wary, because some of these influencers have fake followers or no interaction, which means you're just throwing away money. But hey, if you're trying to throw away money, blow it over here. But in all seriousness, a good way to target this is by reaching out to the past sponsors and getting their experiences.
Number 2 is pricing. We talked about products, now we figured out how to price them. Pricing, you first have to do research on where you're trying to price out. For example, we could not price yearly regular product return. The publisher did that, but we wanted to add something else to the store. So we took some time to think about what goes on with a book, and that's where we came up with the idea of a bookmark. But we didn't want one of those paper ones that are flimsy and break easily. We want something strong, durable, and not only that, but also will look awesome. And then we got these sword bookmarks. I mean, look at it. It's a freaking silver sword connected to a bunch of sparkling beads and has tassel at the end. And I mentioned it's a freaking sword. We put it in your book, it looks like you're King Arthur or something. And from there, we had to think about, well, how are we gonna price this? First, we looked up the generic sword, how much those would cost, and then we want to add our own JS spin to it. From there, we start adding bits and pieces until we got all of our accessories. From there, we had to price them and see how much all the accessories would cost added to the sword, add them together. Then we had to add the cost of the labor and the time it took to make it, to give it our final price. You'll do something similar. And heck, if you want to check out more of these swords, go to JordanFellas.com. You're guaranteed to love them.
Number 5, database. Using a database is a good way of getting other people's information. There are 2 ways of completing this task. First one is going to other companies and buying their information off them. The second one is the one I like the most because it's no fun being yelled at from some guy who's just like, how'd you get this number? But this way is to go on your social media. And on social media, you are able to ask your fans to get a subscription for a newsletter. Take it from me. It's called a call because they're expecting you to give them a call or an email saying, here, here's the new sales.
Number 3 is place. The place is where you're going to be marketing your product or service. In case if you're making a product return, which is the book, we would want to market it somewhere where you could get a lot of readers. For example, book shops, farmers markets, book fairs, cafes, things like that.
Number 6 is event. Each event must be unique from the product or service. We have 2 book events that we like to share with you. The first one being the book launch, which was awesome. Here are some pictures of that right now. Number 2 is AJ's book signing last week. Remember, I don't like using cookie cutters, so why should you? Go ahead and make your events shine bright like a diamond.
Number 4 is promotion. promotion is by far the most difficult of 4 Ps for me personally. That's because you have to actually do the legwork yourself and talk to people. To strangers. Yeah, I know, we're in it right now, but I have a fear of talking to people. Even now. But you have to do it yourself. You have to go out there, you have to promote it, because you're the only one you can really trust with this. And no one else can do it for you. So remember, if you won't market yourself, who else will?
Number 7 is products. Like AJ said, because I won't go too into depth with it, but make your products unique as you. If you aren't gonna buy your product, then no one will. Thank you very much for joining us in this wonderful journey through marketing. Make sure to like and subscribe.
And make sure to comment.
Alright, Mr. Sprinkles, say bye. Bye, friends. Alright,
See you,
AJ.
Mr. Sprinkles.
Let's go ahead, it's time to head out too. Alright.
Jordan's out.